The fastest way to update cost of goods for a product is to go to the products list. You can go to the products list by selecting products in the menu and then product list. Here is a product that has no cost of goods assigned to it. I can tell it doesn't have any cost of goods assigned to it because the column here is blank. Now, the effect of this product not having any cost of goods is that any orders for that product will be assigned a cost of goods of 0. Here we've got all the orders for this account, about 33,000 orders. You can get to the screen by going to Sales and Orders. Let me isolate in the orders list the orders that relate to the ASIN that has got no cost of goods. I'm going to do that by entering the ASIN in the search bar. And here we've got all the instances of orders for that product. Notice that the cost of goods are 0 in all of them. The consequence of that is that your profit is overstated, because from the revenue that you have obtained for that order, there is only the fees that have been deducted and no COGS. So consequently, your profit is overstated. So now let's go back to the products list and assign a cost of goods to that product and see what the effect is. In order to assign the cost of goods to the product, you just click on the cell for that product under the column COGS. And you'll have a little dialog box that opens. You just enter a cost of goods amount and you click away from the cell. It's going to take a little while because it is now in real time looking at the 39,000 orders in that account, finding all the orders of that ASIN and assigning that cost of goods to those orders. Now let's go and have a look at the orders again. Here we have now the outcome of assigning those $5 cost of goods to the product. You will see that the cost of goods column is now showing the cost of goods. Here in this instance, you have 6 units at $5, $30, 2 units at $5, $10. And the immediate effect is that your profits have been adjusted to now account for those cost of goods. If you want to check that the profit is correct, let me give you a quick hint here. You could click on revenue, you could shift click on COGS, you could shift click on fees, and those 3 amounts are now added up. And you can see here the sum of those 3 amounts, the count, the average, the minimum, and the maximum. So the sum is $13.79, which is exactly what is shown in profits. Now let's go back to the products list screen and have a look at the magic that happened behind the scenes when you assigned the COGS to the product. If you click on COGS now, once you have assigned the COGS, it will no longer allow you to enter a COGS in that little dialog box. It is going to take you to the COGS entry screen, which is a much more detailed and versatile entry screen for anything that has got to do with COGS. So behind the scenes, SellerLegend has created a cost period. This is a cost period. It's called a cost period because it assigns a cost of goods to orders that have been placed for this product in the period bound by those 2 dates. This is the start date of the period. This is the end date of the period. Today is the 5th of February 2018. And SellerLegend has decided that this cost period is going to stretch between the 5th of February 2015, so that is 3 years in the past, and the 5th of February 2021, which is 3 years in the future. The reason for that is that we want this cost of goods to apply to all the orders retrospectively, as well as the orders in the future. So this cost period here reads as follows. Please apply a cost of goods of $5 for all the orders of product with SKU 30-8ZUV-OPF1, which arrive between the 5th of February 2015 up until the 5th of February 2021. So any orders which fall before the 5th of February 2015 and after the 5th of February 2021 will be assigned no cost of goods, because this cost period only stretches between those two dates. Within a cost period, we have cost elements. They are elements that add up to the total cost. In this instance, we only have one cost element that SellerLegend assumed was for the manufacturing costs and has conveniently entered the name of the cost element as manufacturer. Now, if any of the information in the cost period is incorrect, you can always edit it by clicking on that green button here, which will bring up the cost period edit screen, and you can then modify any of the information that is in the cost period. So, for example, you could enter the name of the provider, as well as adding some notes about the provision of the services by the provider or manufacturer. Now, because the notes field here is relatively small, there is an additional facility which allows you to enter any URL starting with HTTP or HTTPS. Once you save the changes, that link then becomes a clickable link which can take you to a document which tells a bit more about the relationship that you have got with the provider, for example.